Good morning, everybody. Good morning this first Sunday in February as the months and the weeks go rolling by. I hope you are all well wherever you find yourselves, whether you are here in the Bay Area, whether you are with us from Mexico or Ecuador or Texas. If you can, write in the chat where you're coming to us from to join in worship together today, and we're thrilled to have you with us. It's wonderful to be together. I want to first introduce myself, Vanessa Southern, the senior minister of this congregation and community. And I want to introduce the people who are making worship possible this morning. I'm so grateful for Reiko Oda Lane, as you heard, introduced us into worship with the fantastic organ pieces that she chose this morning. We're always grateful to have her with us, and you'll hear more of her later. But we also have a whole bunch of musicians who will be making worship possible. So I want to thank Mark Sumner, who's our music director. I want to thank Leandra Ramm and Brielle Marina Neilson, Ben Rudiak-Gould, Asher Davison. My-Hoa Steger is back with us today. Thanks to all of them who are in another part, creating music safely, as we are all here together, the rest of us in the sanctuary. And so I want to thank Eric Shackelford, who is operating the camera, and also Shulee Ong, who is operating our upstairs Reiko cam, as we like to call it, to Jonathan Silk, who pulls all of the technology, our director of communications, together, for Joe Chapeau, who's there to answer your questions on the chat. So if you have any questions or needs, he's right there waiting for you. Thomas Brown, who got the building ready for us this morning, and I want to thank who's helping me lead worship in the chancel this morning. So all the way on my stage left is Dennis Adams, who's a member of our worship associates who I'm lucky to be with here today, and also Lori Lai, who's joining us, who is, among her many hats, on the board and our treasurer, and also is going to be sharing our reflection this morning. On this Sunday, which, decked out in red, beginning to anticipate what will begin to take place this Friday, we are gathering to begin to reflect and celebrate on the Lunar New Year for this coming year. I hope you enjoy the worship service. We're so glad to have you all with us. And so we begin by lighting our blue candle, which has gotten remarkably smaller because it appears that one week I forgot to blow it out at the end of worship. So you are all going to have to stay with me as we make it last, because this candle is the one we have been lighting since we were first apart. And when we light it, we acknowledge that all of us are here in this moment together in spirit in ways that we look forward to being together again in body soon. So welcome to worship, everybody. Let's join in singing our first hymn of the morning this morning. The music and the words are in your order of service. It's number 40 if you have the gray hymnal at home. The morning hangs a signal. Let's sing together.
Oh Good morning. Now it's time for our unison chalice lighting, the words for which are in your order of service. We light this chalice for the light of truth, the warmth of love, and the fire of commitment. We light this symbol of our faith as we gather together. And now it's also time for some brief invitations. Hello, I'm Dennis Adams. If this is your first time watching, thanks for joining us. You can follow along in the order of service, which is available in the description of this video and is emailed to everyone who receives our newsletter, which you can get by signing up through a link to our connection form that is in the order of service and video description. The order of service also lists upcoming events and links to opportunities to connect, including our Zoom coffee hour, which takes place after the service. Please join in anything that interests you. I want to call your attention especially to Spirit Saturday, our excuse to get together periodically on a Saturday morning, now on Zoom, to deep dive into a topic of creativity or reflection or shared wrestling. The next Spirit Saturday is on the morning of February 27th. We have a few workshops available that we'd invite you to join and read more about, and then register if you want to join us. We have one that Meg McGuire, our intern, is leading on body and spirit. One also Allison Jacks, our associate minister, is leading on articulating our own credo, our personal belief statement. And one member, Mari Magaloni, is leading, which is specifically geared at our BIPOC members and friends on a revisioning of worship. Please come, invite friends, and join. Details are in the order and online under Adult Spiritual Growth on our website. We do also want to let folks know that the Zoom memorial service for Ken Keep has been confirmed for Saturday, February 20th at 2 p.m. So please hold that time in your calendar and join in the celebration of his life. Now I'd like to invite Vanessa Southern up to do a special announcement about our auction.
Yes, for those of you who were part of the extravaganza of our experiment in the auction in COVID times, thank you for being part of it. It was an amazing experiment with successes that I think we're going to carry forward. So first of all, the entirety of our silent and our live auction, I was told as of this morning, raised about $45,000, and $20,000 of that was toward our various funded needs, and the rest for the ongoing works and ministries of this congregation. People, including people on this chancel, donated items for that event, for the silent auction and for the live auction. Many of you did too, and lots of you bid on them and attended. So we want to thank all of you for making the auction and its successes possible. And we want to particularly thank Gary Lorenzen, a member here who was our auctioneer with the help of Chelsea Cullen. They both did a fantastic job, to Thad Smith and to Sue Anthony, who chaired the event and helped revision it and pulled together the team. And in particular also for Gino Fortunato and Sarah Ellerman, who helped us with a lot of the background Autria work and pulling together of all of the details that we needed to make this event an incredible success. Many other people were part of this. We want to thank all of you, and we'll be able to enjoy the fruits of this auction in the months and in the year ahead. So we look forward to that too. Thank you. Oh, one more thing, sorry. I don't have the details yet, but there was the biggest live auction item was a trip to Hawaii, including airfare and hospitality to stay in Hawaii, the details of which we will be sending you out soon, because we are going to reopen it for bidding, because people who wanted to bid on it weren't there, and Sue Anthony, who won it, is willing to put it up for bid again in a generous act of sharing. So anyway, watch out for details and bid.
After the service today at 1 p.m. sharp, we're celebrating Black History Month with a live Zoom conversation with Constanza Romero, the executive producer of the just-released movie Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, starring Viola Davis and Chadwick Boseman. The discussion will be followed by a Zoom screening of the film. Ma Rainey is author August Wilson's story of a real-life jazz singer who came to Chicago to record in 1927. Wilson, called the American Shakespeare because of his deep, expressive stories, wrote the Century Cycle of 10 plays depicting the Black American experience in each decade of the 20th century. His plays have won Tony Awards, Drama Desks Awards, and Pulitzer Prizes. Constanza is August Wilson's widow, executor of his estate, a passionate guardian of his artistic legacy, and the film's executive producer. An award-winning costume designer in her own right, she will share the story of how she and Wilson met, her remembrances of his creative process, and moments from the making of the film version of Ma Rainey. Originally, the movie was set to screen at 1, and the discussion would follow. However, the order has been reversed, and Constanza's conversation will start the celebration. So please join the event sponsors, the Forum and Sensible Cinema, for this free Black History Month event at 1 p.m. today. The Zoom link information is on the homepage of the website, and we will put it in the Zoom chat now. I believe that is all I wanted to call to your attention. So let's center ourselves now in our worship by singing our meditation on breathing. The words are in your order of service. You can listen to our song leader if this is the first time singing it, and then join in as we sing it through a few times together.
When I breathe in, I'll breathe in peace. When I breathe out, I'll breathe out love. When I breathe in, I'll breathe in peace. When I breathe out, I'll breathe out love. When I breathe in, I breathe in peace. When I breathe out, I'll breathe out love. When I breathe in, I'll breathe in peace. When I breathe out, I'll breathe out love. When I breathe in, I'll breathe in peace. When I breathe out, I'll breathe out love. When I breathe in, I'll breathe in peace. When I breathe out,